All right, this is a 0785. It's a YZ. It's a customer drop off, and the problem that it's having is transmission related. So what he told me was happening, and we went through it, is it's a bitch to get into gear, and when it does, it'll actually, when it's in gear, go into neutral. So I told them, sometimes on some bikes that pop out of gear, it's usually that shift mechanism on the external case. All right, so right away I just took the exhaust off, and we already got a big problem here. So we got some oil in the cylinder, and that's from the gearbox oil, so that means the crank seals are bad. So I'm gonna have to let him know that, and if he wants to get that done, and the pricing on that. So we said that this guy had it rebuilt, so that means one, it was never rebuilt, or two, someone did it wrong and didn't put the seal in right. I found the problem here. So when I go to move this lever here, you can see this piece here is so loose. Like something's not in there right. You can see how that is. When you go to shift, sometimes it doesn't grab it. So what I'm gonna do to solve this is take this out, see if I can spin through the gears on that drum there, and if all the gears go through good and it stays in gear without kicking into neutral, then that means the transmission is perfect, and it's only the crank seals that need to be done, and then this little fix here. All right, so the case is off here. I did fix the issue already. So basically what was happening here was this piece was not moving the shift drum. So I was like, okay, why is that not moving? Is there not enough tension on this piece? And that was a problem, because this is the stopper, and that's really important to have tension on it. If you lift it up, there should be a lot of tension on there, and if not, that means it's installed wrong. So I could go ahead and shift to first gear. That's first gear, and it does not pop out of first gear whatsoever. You could spin it over, whatever you want. It does not pop out like what was happening before. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out just to show you what's happening. All right, here's the shift shaft. So the shaft itself was actually decent. There's no crazy bends to it. It did have a little bend right here, which I managed to get back a little bit. That wasn't the main issue here, but like I said, that's not the main issue. This was actually the issue here. So I got the manual printed up. That's always a big help, but what you want to do is have the long end when you install it against the case, and what that does is puts tension on the spring so that you could get tension on the stopper here. So exactly like this is how you want it to be installed. I'll actually put it on the table here just so you guys can see. So just like that is how you want to have it. You want to have the short end pressing against this metal stopper here, and that's what keeps it in gear. And then this long piece is gonna go against the case. What that's gonna do is put tension on the whole stopper mechanism, causing it to not pop out of gear like what was happening with this bike. Because when it would go into gear, it would just say it was in first, it would automatically go to neutral because there's no tension on this area here. So pretty much how the stopper works is it fits into these grooves. Once it sits in there, it will lock in place. But if you don't have tension on that stopper back there, then this will never stay in gear correctly. So if you guys ever have transmission problems, always, before splitting the case, double check your drum. That's always the first thing that you should do. It's the most common of the problems. And I've had a few bikes that had the same problem, so it's a simple fix. So yeah, it's a pretty simple fix. That's a common issue on most of these. All the designs are different, so if you have a different model bike or a different year, they're gonna have some different designs. So some designs will actually have an internal spacing in here, in this drum, where this one it shifts external, some shift internally. So you just gotta look at your manual or either know the design and you're gonna get through it just fine. So I'm gonna put that shaft in, go through all the gears, and then just show you guys that it shifts good. It has all 6 gears. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So another tip that's really important for this spring here is when you're installing it, there's gonna be a lot of tension on it, so it's gonna wanna kick out the bottom. So all you have to do to fix this is put your finger below this bottom right corner, and that'll keep it straight so that it doesn't end up bending or tilting like this does, like that. And that'll make sure that there's no issues, because that'll fuck up the whole thing. So just make sure that's right. So just like that, the long end against the case, short end against the stopper, and it's ready to be installed here. And that goes right over there. So you got to make sure that it's in neutral. That stopper is going to line up right with that special indented groove, and then you just push it back just like that. And then another tip is to lift it up and tap it very lightly to make sure it sits all the way in, because right now it's not all the way in, and that's very important. All right, and just like that, it's in neutral, it's sitting all the way back. Let me just grab the light here. So just like that, it's sitting all the way back. You got to make sure that stopper back there is right up against, not up against the case, but as far back as it can go. And then this part too, the shaft, the actual shifting part, you need to make sure that's tapped in all the way. And then you go ahead and put the shifter on the other side. And we could go through the gears right now just to show you. I'll go ahead and do that. All right, just to show you that shifts good. Go through all the gears here. That's first gear. As you can see there's tension on this rod. All right, now we're gonna move up to neutral. Okay, I just hit second, so sometimes it's hard to find neutral. There's neutral right there, and the way you tell is just by holding this rod. You can see there's no tension on it, and that won't move the back wheel here. And then let's go to, so let's keep going up here. Sometimes you have to move the back wheel or this because there's no fluid in here, and you need fluid to help it shift smoother. So a way to bypass that is just to kind of roll the back wheel or this rod here. So you can see that second gear. All right, so that just hit third gear. That's fourth. That's fifth. And yeah, that's sixth. All right. So you can see we got all the gears. So the shifting problem is fixed. The last thing I have to do to this is order up new crank seals for the guy, because there was oil right in the back here, which is the exhaust port. And I noticed that from checking the exhaust pipe here, is filled up with a, it's kind of like a milky white to like brownish color. And I'm so familiar with it, like the second I see it, I'm like, okay, that's definitely gearbox oil in the cylinder. And then the last thing I have to order for the guy is a new gasket. You always want to get new gaskets just to make sure. And it's just one gasket, so that's pretty cheap. And crank seals are cheap. And crank seals aren't really too hard. All you have to do is just find a way to pull them out and then press them in from the outside. Usually people do them when you have the case split. You could do that as well, but you could also do it when the engine's in the frame. So I'll be doing that in another video. I'm not gonna do that in this video. All this oil in here is going into the cylinder because of this little seal. Most people know that, but another issue is that when he started it for me, it was running really lean and it was bogging. And then this one on this side, there's a crank seal behind the stator, which I'll do. And what that does, it lets in air, and that makes the bike run lean. So those are very important to change. If not, your bike's gonna run like crap. And you're pretty much running gearbox oil into your cylinder, and it doesn't like that. Even though these are 2 strokes and they use oil to lube the cylinder, it's just a different type of oil. So really, coming into this service, I thought that I'd have to split the engine, take it apart, but you always want to check the little things like that shift mechanism. I really thought a gear would be, you know, fucked up, or it could even be a fork. I would say that this guy got pretty lucky with what happened. Could have been something a lot worse inside these cases here. So that's it for this video. This guy lucked out a lot just from a guy misplacing a part from before him. So we got really lucky. It wasn't something bad. So for this guy, it's only gonna be a $300 service once I finish the crank seals and put everything back together like it was. And that's, I mean, this guy lucked out because he only bought this bike for, I think, $1,000. So he's gonna be into it for around $1,300, which is really good for this year and all the good stuff. So he's gonna be happy with that. He came from Mass, so about a 2-hour drive. He never actually had it shifting right from the guy that he bought it from. So yeah, I hope the guy's happy with the outcome on this. And good thing I caught the crank seals leaking, because I wouldn't want to just do the transmission problem and then hand it back to him. You always want to give it to him straight and tell him you got more problems and just fix it for him. So yeah, that's it for this video. Pretty simple video, straightforward. Just all it was this shaft and someone misplaced it. And then on top of that, it had a little bend to it. So I had to bend it back and then make sure everything's operational. If you want to see more service videos, let me know, because usually those get a lot of views and people like those. And if you guys want to check out more videos of this bike or any other bike services, projects, anything like that, check out my Instagram page, because I have a bunch of videos on engines, servicing them, to them running, and restorations. So definitely check out that. That'll be in the description, my username. So you could go ahead and look that up. And I'll also have my website down there, so if you want to check out like what I do and all that good stuff, you could go ahead and check that out.